So, a couple of days back, I released a video in which I attempted to reach both President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance in the hope that they would truly understand the levels of despair that we have reached in the UK. So far, in less than 48 hours across all social media platforms, nearly 250,000 people have viewed that video, and the reception that it's received has been truly remarkable. Not just from the people of the United Kingdom, but perhaps more importantly from our allies and friends in the United States itself. Thousands of messages of support from our American cousins have been pouring in. The message is, we have your back, we hear you, we have not and we will not forget you, and we feel your pain. Now look, of course, let's not pretend that I made that video knowing full well that the chances of either President Trump or Vice President Vance actually getting to see it were, well, let's just say somewhat slim. But yesterday afternoon, I received a telephone call from someone who told me that they work in the United States Embassy in London, and they sounded pretty convincing to me, I've got to say. They offered me their support and indeed their thanks and an assurance that the video will be seen by the right people ahead of President Trump's state visit to the UK taking place in September. So what's the moral of the story where that video is concerned? Well, firstly, look, social media and citizen journalism is vital in our aim to peacefully and politically win back our country. And secondly, the people of the United States are with us, and we should be extremely grateful to them for their support. You know the old saying, you know who your friends are. And probably just as importantly, Ben Habib and his new Advance UK party are now leading the line politically in our fight back, as J.D. Vance himself appears to have noticed. Nigel Farage and Reform are not what they pretend to be. And right now we need bravery, we need some real political generals, we need an army of voters and plenty of volunteers. We need people to unite around the flag and around Ben Habib. So look, if you're a member of Reform, please join Advance UK today. If you want to save our country, please join Advance UK today. If you want to secure your children's future, please spread the word and join Advance UK. There really is no other viable option that's going to work for any of us. And I think this is the really important part now. I urgently appeal from the bottom of my heart to people like Ant Middleton and Suella Braverman to lead by example, by being brave enough to take that step. Take the plunge, do what's right for our people and make the move. Even someone like Robert Genrich, who continues to sound more and more like he's on our side, yet refuses to leave the party that's responsible for getting us into this bloody mess in the first place. We already gave them 3 bites at the cherry and they blew it. So sorry, Robert, as good as you might sound, until you show some real courage and real commitment to the people, not just to your party, I'm afraid your words are rather shallow and will fall on deaf ears. We've heard it all before. Now, lastly, as we all know, this weekend is going to be a very busy one. Terrorist supporters will be out on our streets once again, brazenly waving their flags, spouting their hatred for Jewish people and for our country, whilst patriots, on the other hand, will be out counter-demonstrating all around the UK as they bid to save the nation. And as usual, my message is very simple and very clear. Please behave, please be careful, please remain respectful even to those who disrespect you. And remember that our police, whilst frustrating the hell out of us on many occasions, well, look, these guys have families too and should be respected and be able to go home safely at all times. Of that, there is no doubt or no question. Remember that we win this through the ballot box and through good behaviour, and we lose the moment the first stone is thrown, because that is exactly what our enemies want, particularly in the mainstream media. Have you not noticed how the tone of the mainstream media becomes more and more difficult with every demonstration that goes ahead without trouble? Please don't give them any ammunition. And remember, the whole world will be watching and judging. And that includes President Trump and his Vice President JD Vance. Let's make sure that they know who the good guys are.